King Von, born Davon Bennett, was a Chicago rapper whose music often depicted street life and violence based on his personal experiences. He had a complex history, including a criminal past with multiple serious charges, which led to frequent incarceration. His musical persona often reflected the realities of the Chicago drill scene, sometimes glamorizing or glorifying violence. However, he was also known for his storytelling abilities and the depth of his lyrics, which have been described as vivid and authentic. His legacy has become polarizing in recent years, after accusations of him being a serial killer became popularized. Are King Von's bloodthirsty antics as simple as him being evil, though? I want to quote an analysis of King Von's morality done by a woman named Monica Lynn to highlight the views of some who come to the conclusion that King Von is evil. Here is what she said.
Each single action King Von made was by his own choice. He was immature, egotistical, insecure, with a consistent need to prove himself. Regardless of what circumstances he endured from birth to young adulthood, he still had a choice. He promoted reckless behavior, severe violence, and criminality. He was admired, envied, and paid to rap on this past and present criminality. He had a choice to leave the streets, beefs, and bad behavior behind him when his music career became successful. He had at least 3 children to consider. He was aware most rap careers have a short shelf life. After the requisite chains, cars, and clothes, his new wealth could have been invested in generational wealth, such as property ownership or college tuitions. His new success allowed him to create a decent quality of life for himself and his entire family, thereby ensuring the intergenerational poverty cycle was broken. He was given a gift which he squandered. King Von continually engaged in violence while creating his music with the certainty he had a choice. He chose to soon be removed from his family by prison or death, partially orphaning his children just as his father did to him. This mentality isn't befitting any type of true, real man, younger or older. Not a thing to admire.
Was Monica correct in her conclusion? In a way, quote. However, to conclude whether or not Von was evil goes deeper than his sometimes erratic behavior. The question of whether someone like King Von was evil is subjective and requires considering multiple perspectives. While he had legal troubles and was involved in gang activity, labeling anyone simply as evil overlooks the complex circumstances of their life. King Von grew up in challenging conditions in Chicago's South Side, where violence and gang activity were prevalent. A product of his environment. His music reflected his environment and experiences, which some view as authentic storytelling, while others see as glorifying violence. It's important to recognize that people are shaped by their environments, opportunities, and choices. King Von made choices that harmed others, but also showed loyalty to friends and provided for his family through his music career. Rather than applying a black and white label like evil, we might better understand figures like King Von by acknowledging both their harmful actions and the context that shaped them, while recognizing their humanity with both flaws and positive qualities. It's difficult to definitively say whether King Von was a good or evil person. Ultimately, judging someone as complex as him as blanket good or bad is subjective and depends on individual perspectives and value.